Hello and welcome to Resounding Presence. Today we have a theme of erupting emotional agitation. I don't know if you've been feeling it lately, but I certainly have. I've heard that the new moon that we had on Friday had an aspect of this. And as I was doing my gardening work this week, I certainly had a lot of emotional agitation arising. It wasn't as pleasant as it usually is. So the first card that I drew for this is called Fairy Circles. It says, I see magic everywhere. I look deeper for a solution. I am open to transforming myself. Curiosity is valuable to me. When I first drew this card, my attention was drawn to this open aspect, and I was actually thinking of stone circles. But as I went on to read about this card, it's actually drawing attention to these more barren circles here. The book mentions that the almost perfect circles range from about 20 centimeters across to almost 2 meters. They are barren in the center, and the edge is usually quite lush grass or plant life, and there are thousands of them. The landscape is transformed. Native peoples have many stories to explain the circles. Some say that gods and goddesses have appeared and walked through the landscape, and this is the evidence. Some say that a dragon who lives under the plain has breath so hot that it burns the underside of the soil in bubbles, rather less romantically. Scientists have speculated everything from latent reactivity to plant toxins to ant movement. So as I began, as I said, I was thinking more of what I would call the caldera area. But these aspects here brought me back to this emotions and eruptions, stuff that's under the surface that has not yet arisen or is arising but not yet erupted. When I then consulted Freedom, my hawk animal, Zuni animal fetish, he really brought me back to exploring the caldera further. And rather than these fairy circles, he really wanted me to see the expanse of the calderas, which reminded me of this card, Expansion, that I drew yesterday for myself. It seems as if something is underneath and is wanting to expand and break free. For this card, expansion is an inevitable process of the universe. The knowledge of history, sciences, mathematics, and social understanding continue to grow through the foundation of new knowledge, awareness, and experience. Human beings and human consciousness also continue to evolve and expand. It is part of the evolutionary process. Clinging to the old and past experiences restricts a person's ability to grow. Expand yourself spiritually and emotionally allows you to feel a greater sense of love, compassion, and harmony. Self-realization follows these new levels of awareness as you build upon your previous knowledge and life experiences. So this calls forth the idea that there's something within us that perhaps is being cultivated, which requires that we both let go of something and then expand into something new. These crystals, Septarian Nodule, relates to the root chakra, and it deals with emotional aspects. It helps to heal emotional aspects. And it's interesting to me that how this stone, which I chose first, relates to this card. I've often wondered if they had not smoothed the surface of the calcite within the Septarian Nodule, how much more beautiful it would be to see this raw calcite bursting forth from this heart. I think it would have made it a more interesting piece. So Septarian is here to help heal with the emotional aspects that are erupting. Carnelian, on the other hand, is the second chakra. It's related to the second chakra, to our sacred divinity, and to our creativity. So this is about resolving that emotions that are coming up and finding solutions to do something in a different way, which then, circling back for this fairy circle, and I'm going to read this one again. Fairy circles. I see magic everywhere. I look deep for a solution. I am open to transforming myself. Curiosity is valuable to me. So this card really brought us from one direction into another. So let's take that erupting emotional agitation that you may be feeling and take a moment to locate that within your body. I think for me, it's in my heart center. It's been about those places where I feel hurt, betrayed, taken advantage of. So I'm just taking a deep breath down into my belly, maybe a couple. I want to go into hooponopono to release that emotional agitation. I want to thank everyone who provided these experiences, even though they impacted my emotional health. They help to make me understand the ways that I don't want to be in the world, so that I can find ways that I do want to be in the world. Our shadow sides often show us what we don't want, and that is the value of our shadow. So thank you for being a part of this. I take responsibility in my own role for playing my own part in relation to you. Thank you for your presence. please forgive me for desiring this experience because I wanted to learn this. I love you for participating. I love myself for allowing this experience. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. And now I'm going to call in waves of forgiveness. I forgive myself for all the ways that I've hurt and betrayed others. And I forgive them for all of the ways that they've hurt and betrayed me. And I call in the expansion of love between us. The expansion of our creativity together. Of where we can now go because of this experience. I call in waves of solutions of working together in more harmonious ways. I call in waves of loving healing. I call in fairy dust from the fairy circles, twinkling light through my body, cleansing, releasing what no longer needs to be there. And I call in light waves, energy signatures of better ways of being in this world together. And sounds that correspond to these waves, this healing, now come forth. Thank you. And I'll see you again soon. Namaste.